Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of A Talk with the Elementals. Today, I bring another special race to your attention, one that came up in a session as of this morning. By the time you hear this, I will have already posted this session to the YouTube, which will be entitled The Reading of Moses. This race, as you may have heard in that session, is known as the Toraph, and they are from the Boots constellation. And one by the name of La Roche, which you also heard in that session, wishes to speak. He's saying this will be brief, so I'm sorry for the shortness of some of these episodes. Joanna hasn't always been available to do the back and forth like we would normally do. That's going to change fairly soon. So, here I go. La Roche? Hello and greetings to everyone. My name is Roche, and I'm of the Toraph people. You may be asking why this is a talk with the elementals, and I will tell you. Our species, within our crystalline DNA as you would know it to be, are indeed an elemental species, very similar and akin to your Sasquatch race. We are golden in color, very much like your Oscar statue would be, but we do wear clothes. We can pass through solid rock and matter, live within those rocks, trees, and ground, very much like the Dryadic consciousnesses can. And we do not need a sleeper body, what you would call a sleeper body, to come to your world. You see, we don't even have ships. We use transdimensional portal technologies using our heart space and mental capabilities. Very much like your quantum Sasquatch or Anakam can do. Our purpose here is simple. Adding in a thread or chord of harmonics that add to the overall choir of humanity. I will explain. In ancient times, we had some of our operatives add in certain symbols and glyphs into your pre-Lemurian and Lemurian societies, and Atlantean. In this, we knew what was going to befall your system long before any of the species within did. One of the only ones to leave prior would have been your elven species. But I digress. We knew what was coming, so we created these glyphs as amplifiers of the world before, so you would not lose yourselves amidst the darkness overage, and continue to learn from what you needed to learn from. We recognized the importance of interference, even if other races out there did not. So, we did not interfere on this sacred path. We merely added to the choir with its many voices and tones. Do not think of it as a chord, but think of it as a harmonic that is added. Now, I wish to touch on something that is most current. You may notice in this year of 19, that you call it, that many people are turning against you, or seemingly turning against you, in business and in spiritual pursuits. Do not worry over these things. These people are at the places they are supposed to be in, and as such, can gravitate you away from your purpose. There's a lot of theft going around, a lot of piracy going around, both in a spiritual, energetic sense and a business sense. Piracy in the business sense is the most it's ever been in years, then the same for the energetic sense. It is the same sources, everyone, that are controlling this. So therefore, you must become more sovereign than you ever been in your lifetime. More sovereign than you ever have been. Declare yourselves as such against these thought forms of others. The thought forms of others have been overly amplified by the darkness and what you would refer to as the light, in an attempt to show you what is you and not you. But sometimes the tactics do not always mesh with the agendas of others and the agendas of yourselves. I will continue. These agendas, though some of them may be benevolent, may not mesh with your overall soul mission at times. Make sure they know this. And make sure you know when and where this is applicable and not applicable. My species came from what you know of as the Boots, closer to what you know of as the Hercules constellation. Back in the days of old, we helped repel the Harvester or Dark Anunnaki or Archon invasions, along with the Fjorgi and several other races, such as the Leviathans, Anawati, and the rest. They attempted 2 times to invade our system, but never again. This is what your people are capable of, ushering in their own sovereignty. You are capable of repelling anything that does not serve you, both energetically and physically. You are capable of this. Please exert this. Please. We beg of you in these most crucial of times. Please. In this, become the selves you were always meant to be. See that energy as you and you as it. The higher essence, you would say. As this one would say, roast out the bad and usher in the good. Though we are of not complete warrior mentality, we do have our defense and we do have our protection by being our total and complete selves, always. Yes, we can pass through solid objects because of our 10th density nature, as you would say. We are also 9 to 10 feet tall. We have been seen as giants in some of your histories, sometimes beings of light, or the shining ones. The Tuatha De Danann cannot always take credit for this, though some of them have. In this, I must ask all of you this one thing again. In these times that you see yourselves within, in these rough periods that you see yourselves within, coin the term that you use, rise above. But not rising your energy up towards the sky or down towards the ground, but in a metaphoric sense, see yourselves as above the overage and above the flood waters of old, the flood waters that were unjustly brought upon you to reshape your world into something that it was not. But there is hope, you see. The floods created and ushered in the thought renaissance. Think of it this way, dear humans. The Toraph are here watching and learning from you as well. seeing the codexes that you generate and send out into the galaxy, even with your mere epiphanies that you have from your day-to-day life. That is the benefit of the floods. Despite the death and destruction that happened in your biblical periods, despite all the distorted history and yammerings of darkness, that is the hope in this darkness. That these codexes help the rest of creation. You are your sovereign selves. See yourselves not as chained or slaved, but as equals to that of creation. This is how you become unchained. I am LaRoche of the Toraph, and I thank you. Oh, all right. Thank you, LaRoche. Thank you for presenting the Toraph to the rest of humanity. And I thank you all for listening to another episode of A Talk with the Elementals. Bye-bye.